What's up, everybody? Welcome to another edition of Lyle's Movie Files. Joining me, as always, his little brother Jace. Bro Shot, how are you tonight?
I'm good. I would like the weather to decide what it's going to be so my body can not be sick depending on what day of the week it wants to be.
Yeah,
But
it's really weird.
in general, not bad.
Nice. Busy week. Disney Plus. If you had a Disney Plus subscription, it was a great week. I did not manage to finish Mall Shadow Lord. There's just so many things that just hit and couldn't do it yet. But thanks to the power of the internet. I know one thing that happened.
Yeah.
And yeah, it just like right. I forgot. I wasn't on your schedule and I should watch stuff when y'all watch it. So there you go. That was on me.
I mean, they were at least it wasn't simultaneously. The next day, they were like, "Yeah, we give you 2 days." I mean, you can take an hour out of your schedule. You can forget work and all that, sleep. You don't need that. You need to watch our television shows.
Yeah, like so. Jason and I went to see more Mortal Kombat 2 on Monday. And by the time I got home, and I was like, all right, let me go ahead and it was like, oh, right. That's right. I forgot. Stuff social media. Because social media doesn't care. All I want to say is that they don't really care about us. Or spoilers. Anyway, I will get some All Shadow Lord in the next few days. Oh, you really are sick. Orange juice at the ready.
Man, I got the orange juice with the what is in there? Turmeric, pepper. Oh, wow. I'm trying to. I'm not trying to be sick. It's annoying.
Good grief! You said pepper and turmeric in there?
Got black pepper, turmeric. I mean, it's a juice they sell like, one of these, get rid of cold, quick things, and it's got a kick to it. I'll tell you that much.
You said pepper and turmeric, so I assume you did.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
No. This is straight out the juice.
It was what?
Out of the store. I didn't add no additives.
From you? All right, let's see what's up with the chat here. What's up, everybody? Justin Huber. The pub of first.
Excellent.
I'm saying hi because I don't know if I can make it or not. Howdy.
Why
can't you make it? Mall Shadow Lord, what a show. Now, up to Monday's episodes, it's been really good. I really enjoyed it. I think they've done a fantastic job. I saw one comment in several, but this one was a decent one and I could actually see without spoiling everything. It said, I don't know why this show is animated and Ahsoka was live action. And I'm thinking, there's no way they could do Shadow Lord justice if they made it live action. It would be a $250 million show. Mm-hmm. And Disney and Lucasfilm do not have $250 million for a show. Anyway, I mean, it shouldn't be a movie because it's just so many layers to it. It's like, yeah, I like this way they did it. Darth Maul's head is arguably, outside of 2 moments, his best moments have been in animated form. So why buck that trend and not just give him another animated thing? Go ahead. I will put you on the spotlight there as I turn my fan on.
Okay. Watching Maul Shadow Lord, this is a really cool concept. Just think of the backgrounds, even if you make all of this show, all the CGI that would be required to make the world and environment, and the amount of characters they would have to have for his actually Shadow Lord crew, the police, just all the background characters you think about, it doesn't make a difference, but they'd have to make this massive in it. I don't know Ray Park's status, if he's in the fold, what not. He sometimes wilds out on social media. I'll just say that. But he is the body embodiment of Darth Maul when it comes to fighting. But Sam Witwer is the voice. So it's we're going to pay 2 actors to do 2 things, because he's got to be Maul a lot. It's not just he can look cool. It's Maul has to talk. This isn't Phantom Menace where he can say 2 lines and we just get random dude to do that. Like, no, we can't. I mean, this is basically Darth Vader having.
Yeah, that's crazy talk. Why? I mean, Star Wars has never had 2 actors.
I know, it's wild, but I think this is just much cooler as an animated, and because Maul. Okay, so I'm trying to think. Just doing some of those lightsaber duels of Maul versus the Inquisitor. I don't think Disney has anybody like that right now. And
I also feel like the way they were doing the lightsaber effects, how they were, I don't know. I thought the whole animated style kind of made it look like it was cartoon paintings. Like if you like just in general, like looking at Docky and Devin, their skin tone, it wasn't like a flat thing like you've seen with Clone Wars. There's like kind of like movement to the texture of their skin, if that makes any sense. And it just looked like it was painted. And of course, with Maul, you'd expect that, but it just like even with Lawson and Riley, there were scenes where like their jackets or just their hair, it wasn't just your typical Clone Wars Rebel style animation. And I thought that really helped with this fire and brimstone Maul Shadow Lord visual aesthetic. And I just thought it looked great. And go ahead.
One thing I noticed, and again, I don't know what the budget of this show is, but I think there was times where they would use flat paintings and actually scroll. That's the background of the world, and I don't know if that helps save some money on the budget, where they could split it other places. But I think that I thought that was a cool effect to me. It was just, this isn't nice and pretty world. This is almost what you could have done with Solo and have this world. I mean, it's in essence, it's supposed to connect. But I think it's just keeping it animated, especially looking at Ahsoka. I don't remember the lightsaber fights being that dynamic. Everybody has hit this. Everybody, it's almost like gone back to the Return of the Jedi slow lightsaber duels. And I'm not, because I think the sequel trilogy, I think they were very bad. I think they were worse than A New Hope. I mean, because the lightsaber duels were, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm a Jedi master somehow, and Kylo Ren, I'm struggling against a stormtrooper. But these are back to, and this show has been the experts fighting each other. This is Bad Tail, Clone War, Star Wars fights, and I'd rather see it in animation.
All right. Thank you for that very succinct point. Snake Eyes! Howdy, partners. James Parks. And now our feature presentation. Nice. Play Tarpon, Jeff, Jace, and hopefully Chief, who holds up in his mansion, playing his grand piano. What's up, movie followers? What up, Blake? Chief's wife's birthday was over the weekend, so we might not see him. He's probably off lounging on the beach somewhere. Who do you love? King Collector. King is in the building. What's up, y'all? What up, royalty? What's going on? Ryan Daly says, Jace, love the classic Batman logo. Which now you're kind of hitting off camera.
I don't know how. It's because it's active.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Let's see what we can do. There we go.
Awesome.
There we go.
Is it just Batman there on the shirt?
Nah, it's Joker's in here somewhere.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Anybody else?
Yeah, it's just Joker.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Little Jim Lee action with the classic Batman logo. Snake Eyes, I can't wait to see Mortal Kombat 2. We will talk about it very soon, my friend. Don't worry. Of course, spoiler free before everyone gets to see it, of course. Ryan Daly, Jeff, I actually did watch them all. I won't spoil it for you. But if you know how I feel about Star Wars, you'll know that I thought it was fine. Just like Bullet Club. It's fine. I feel like if you said it's fine, I'm going to thoroughly enjoy it. Unlike Chase's camera. Pepper activates a turmeric. I know these things. Aha. He knows a thing or two about a thing or two.
Well, chemistry. All right, good job.
Yeah. Rick Cage, salutations to you too. How is the sector? Justin, that shows a piece of art. It really does look like that.
Mhm.
Michael Solis, what's up, guys? What's up, Michael Solis? Give us more animated Star Wars movies. I wish we could multiverse Star Wars, where we could have the alternate timeline reality where we have just following what Timothy Zahn and all those other creators did before Disney was like, it never happened. Look at this pen. You forgot everything.
No, I think again. I'm wondering how Grogu and Mandalorian and Grogu are going to really set the tone on what they can do for Star Wars movies going forward. I think I'm hoping it's. Again, I'm not crapping on. I hope it's good, but I really want them to figure out how. The biggest problem. I mean, again, I'm not crapping on them. It's just the next. You have to make those sequel trilogies go away, and now's the time to say, "Hey,
I'm not crapping on this stuff, but whatever you do, please make it go." Respectfully.
Respectfully. I mean, I ain't saying nobody didn't work their tail off to make it happen, but I think you could do animated to get those better stories. I mean, just you could get better stories, and then when you're finished to a point, you're like, I mean, I'm not gonna say get to the Yavin Vaughn because some of the Yavin Vaughn stuff was dicey, and the stuff that happened after Yavin Vaughn was pretty much trash. But you can get to a point. You definitely get to Heir of the Empire. You get the New Jedi Academy, and then you go way into the future and make some new Star Wars where it doesn't have to revolve around Han, Luke, Leia, and Chewie. Just do your own thing. I mean, I think that one of the really successful things of Star Wars was Knights of the Old Republic, where it didn't have anything to do with anybody you've ever heard of. It just created a Star Wars story that was so far away it couldn't tread on anything. It was
far away.
Far away. Perfect idea. And that's what if Star Wars, if they want to do new live action, do that. So the only time you may see Luke is in a holocron, and Leia is same deal. Like you don't see the new ones. That's your cameo, a holocron. That's it.
Ryan says, yeah, completely agree with Jace about lightsaber battles, but King of Ledger says, Jace, just erase those last 3 Star Wars movies from your memory. Like I did. And Ryan says, never mind. Jim Lee art rules the shirt. I thought you were gonna feel like that when I saw the Jim Lee art. It's like, huh? That was a weird combination. It's like, let's go classic and quasi-modern with that. It's weird. I mean, where's Neil Adams artwork on that thing? I was expecting to see his Riddler, Joker, Penguin. I was like, huh?
I got the
You have what?
I had the other one with Mr. Pig and all more
Professor Pig.
Oh, yeah.
I think Ryan would prefer you switch shirts. There's several installments from Visions.
Keep them for different podcasts so I know which ones will work.
There are several installments from Visions that I would take as a 90-minute movie. Yeah, they had some really cool ones. And as they were playing, I was like, oh man, that would be fun to see more of.
That's true. Now that I have Disney Plus, I can actually watch Visions season 2 and 3.
Super typo. I disagree with Jace about the lightsaber battles. Over choreographed dance fights with lightsabers that last 25 minutes are boring. You know what's interesting, Ryan? Because I was watching a very quick Instagram video about the best lightsaber battles, and they were talking about, they were going through like a lot of the prequel ones, and they were kind of debating like the Obi-Wan versus Maul, the Revenge of the Sith, Anakin and Obi-Wan, and then they said one from the Last Jedi. Last Jedi. And I was feeling very much like a wrestling fan as they're breaking this list now, where I think there's an elegance, a beauty in those just OT, not OTC. Those original trilogy lightsaber battles, like my favorite, just like in terms of everything, probably still is Luke versus Vader and Empire, because I feel like it's a layered battle, which is telling a story, and it's just all right. Let's see what you got, kid. Oh, okay, you got a little something, and then it's yeah, you're starting to get on my nerves, and I'm going to see what you really got now. And the third was like, you know what, dude, you just messed up my armor, and I'm going to take your hand for it, and then I'm going to make this. And I feel like that one tells the best story. And then maybe after that, the best story lightsaber battle is Vader versus Luke in Return of the Jedi. And yeah, they're not as flashy as some of those great duels in the prequels. I really like that Obi-Wan and Maul, because I feel like that one, much like a wrestling match, where they're not doing 1,002, flips and dives. It's pretty fast. It's not going for 14 minutes. Like, nah, dude, you killed my mentor. I'm taking you down. And it's like both of them at their peak and they're going at it, but it's so fast that it's like, yeah, we don't need to drag this thing out. Mm-hmm. And so I get what you're saying about those long lightsaber battles, because it does kind of make it feel like maybe y'all aren't as good as I think you are. But there is something to, just a simple like Luke is overmatched. And oh no, now Luke knows what he's doing. You better check yourself, Vader. And he's getting a little pissed off, and he's about to get you. So yeah, I do hear you on that. I do like the prequel lightsaber duels, but I think there's something to be said about the simple, quick ones we get from the OT ones.
Okay. I just think the prequels are supposed to be the Jedi close to their peak of their power, and the Sith are at the peak of their power. So these aren't, Luke and Vader is a novice versus an expert. Everything we've seen from Clone Wars, Vader is not playing with these cats. It's, Rebels, get out of here, chump. You're not on my level. I'm not playing these games.
Just a few years later, though.
But he toys with Luke a little bit. Like, okay, kid, all right, like your points are well made. But Mannequin Obi-Wan is, this is the dude I've been sparring with to see how good I really am. I'm not holding back. This is me doing the thing that I'm supposed to do. I beat dudes. The cool thing is Vader, Vader and Obi-Wan is mimicked just how they did Dooku and Anakin, where Anakin cuts off his hand. Oh shoot, I'm screwed. Vader tries to do the exact same move on Obi-Wan. He's like, I know that move, dude. Like, you're gonna just
I know, dude.
I got you, son. You bring next one.
I think those battles all make sense, especially Anakin and Obi-Wan and Sith, because it is like, dude, I taught you everything you know, and you're not going to fight. You're not going to beat me because I know what you know, and I'm only not winning and killing you right now because I'm trying not to.
I don't care what Yoda says. Anakin is better, but Obi-Wan can's like, hey, I know what beats you. It's the longer the battle, you're gonna get frustrated and do something stupid. Because I've trained with you, I know technically you can beat me in a short run. It's not life or death. But I've seen you fight. Again, especially adding years and years of the Clone Wars, where we're seeing all these great lightsaber duels, and Obi-Wan's there most of the time. He's like, I know, dude. But that's a fun debate. I think all points have merit.
Thank you. Let's see here. David Thanos. It's the Brothers Lyles coming straight at you, tag team style. All right, there we go. The BK Mando meal was good. What was in that, Justin?
Oh,
David Thanos. I was having this long conversation with Jace after the Hasbro Star Wars team showed off all that cool stuff from the last live stream, and I'm like, yo, I actually don't know these characters. Who is this character? Because I don't have an Xbox and I've never played the Knights of the Old Republic. And I was like, by the way, when do these finally make it onto PlayStation? And Jake's like, oh yeah, they're around this other guy that they already made a Black Series figure of, the Wookiee. What do you say his name was? Zalbar?
Zalbar.
Yeah, and I need to track him down now. And GameStop was basically, hey, would you like this Wookiee? All you have to do is come in the store. I'm like, I don't know who this is. And now I'm like, oh man, I should have gotten one of those free Wookiees when I went to GameStop. By the way, GameStop trying to buy eBay. I hope they offer a low bid price of 1.2 million. Because I feel like we'll give you maybe 1 million for it. Fair enough. So,
I laughed when I heard that. It was just, wait, you're buying somebody else? Because you obviously don't have enough money to actually maintain stores, but yet you got money to buy somebody. Okay. Maybe you could have sent that. If you paid us our video game money, you wouldn't be in this problem. But whatever.
It's not their fault. It's not GameStop's fault. I don't tend to get the back of the big corporations, but Sony and Xbox are like, let's take everything digital, and they're like, we got to figure out what we're gonna do. So, and really, I'm not gonna hit on GameStop because they provide more action figures. There's another resource for me to get figures, and they actually cleared stuff, unlike Walmart. Justin says it seems like Lucasfilm is finally listening by going past the Skywalker era, and hopefully we get Old Republic stuff now that Filoni's in charge. And only hope, because I would love to see more of this Knights of the Old Republic. Everybody who played the games raved about it.
Let me say this. I think I know where my Xbox is. I technically have 2 Xboxes because I had to get one in GameStop and the other one didn't work. So I think I have one.
You said you're gonna bring it through so I can experience the fun?
Yes. Yeah. I think I can let you have one. And I think chances are, if there's anything in there, it's Knights of the Old Republic 1 or 2.
Sweet. So
I think I really bought the Xbox, this system just to play those games, and they were so worth it.
All right, so maybe I should set this up so I can play and y'all can watch me go, what the heck?
Nah, you don't want me because I'll scream at you. I would literally, I have your phone. Like, I'm not, I can't just type in like, you idiot. Like, I mean, because you've played, it's now that you've played a little bit of Mass Effect, you have understanding of the system of the game, but the Xbox one has a whole lot better controls than Mass Effect. But
this is the first one. I don't know how Mass Effect 2 or 3 is, but the first one's like, no, not this way, fools.
Yeah, that was a little frustrating.
Jalen says, hey, George reworked the original trilogy multiple times, and they've even tweaked the Mando show after the initial airing. Have they?
I don't know.
Just re-edit and amend the sequels? I think. Oh gosh, I feel like they just. We've said this several times. I'll say it again. I think the biggest mistake of the sequel trilogy was not doing like what we'd already seen or already read with the characters that we already knew and cared about, and then not making a separate trilogy for Rey and all those characters far removed from Palpatine somehow. And Luke, Han, Leia, Chewie, all those characters just pushed them another 50, 60 years down the road and let them have their own fun adventures. And I feel like that was the thing. But yeah. Rick Cage says saber battles reflect the corresponding cinematography tech. Lucas said he wanted mega action in the prequel trilogy due to current possibility and narrative. Right. I know I'm all alone in this, but my favorite duel with Obi-Wan and Maul lasted 3 seconds. It really made sense. Mm-hmm. And I was watching Maul's journey play out. I guess him and Obi-Wan are like the longest tenured just in terms of what we've seen. I assume Jace is playing the trombone with his nose. And I feel like between those two, and as I'm watching Maul's whole deal here, I do kind of wish, I don't know what happens in the next 2 episodes and how his journey is going to continue to play out, but I do feel like he's owed a little bit of get back on Sidious, where Sidious is really like, you jerk, I can't believe you did this and messed me over. Because I feel like he needs some of that, because we know how he ultimately meets his end. period, is at the hands of the guy he screwed over, Anakin, and his son. That's the last time we ever see Palpatine again.
I mean, at this point, I mean, Palpatine's that old gunslinger. I don't bring out the lightsabers no more. I'm over that. I run the galaxy. I got Vader. I got Inquisitors. I don't touch this stuff. I beat the Jedi. I mean, I beat them single handedly. Like, I don't do that. That's what I got these goons for.
My goon squad. Jace, I get what you're saying about the peak of their respective powers, but I see the Jedi is too comfortable in the prequels. They've had peace for far too long. You know, to your point, I think that's why they get just so decimated by the battle droids and the super battle droids. Like, they're good enough to stand up against these worthless robots.
A little pirate here and there.
The whole onslaught of them is overwhelming. And I think that's the difference between the Tarkovsky Clone Wars, where they're like, I'll take on 100 at a time, and the Filoni version, where it's like, yeah, good luck beating 20 of these because you can't. And yeah,
even Yoda, I mean, in the original, well, I guess the mini series ones, like I said, Mace is in there hand blasting 50 droids, and in the Clone Wars, you had Yoda kind of making sure, hey, I can't beat 30 or 15 of these, so I'm gonna, and in the world where he's trying to talk to the, I can't remember, it wasn't the Gungans, but he's trying to, hey, if I can get to your area without any problems, we can have negotiations.
Mm-hmm.
No, there's fireworks going on behind me.
Oh, that's fireworks.
Yeah.
This is like, boom.
Yeah.
Wait.
Like, it happens randomly, and you're just like, what is
this
going on?
Early in for the game, huh?
Yeah.
Do you get to see them?
Do
you see the fireworks?
If I was actually probably look outside, I could see them.
Sweet.
Yeah. Go up to the roof, I could definitely see them.
It was like,
yeah. I mean, you see how I just no-sold him,
yeah, you really weren't. You're a better basketball player, but I know how to beat you on the court. Right, Michael Solis. Jamie wants to know, in the Lyles Foundation, who's anchor and who's hot tag? Jace anchor. I got to be the hot tag. Jace is the power.
Yeah, I mean, I come on. I mean, Jeff, he's just been selling for a while, and then all of a sudden, I throw everybody out, clear the ring. It's a great deal.
David Thanos. It's going to be one of those trading credit low ball. You better believe it. We'll give you this and $5 in rewards.
Here's some $5 credit for your next purchase on eBay.
Exactly. Ryan, Tarkin Vader, the Jedi are extinct. You are all that's left of their religion. You are the 30 Inquisitors that look and act just like you. Well, I mean, we know Maul at least still got a couple of them. And
I'm trying to.
Didn't I take out a few as Cal Kestis, and then didn't I take out some as Starkiller?
I think between Cal Kestis, Maul, Ezra, I think the Inquisitors are gonzo by the end of Rebels. I
feel like that intern program is probably something Vader should have kept going though, but no more force sensitive kids, except for that kid who's sweeping down in the mines there. Maurice, Pack Rat, good time zone peeps. How we doing? What's up, man?
Good, man.
That's funny. David Thanos wants to know, Jace, what's your thoughts on the games with Cal Kestis?
Oh, I played him. Really enjoyed Force Awakens. I have to kind of watch myself on those mini games because you get, lost on the story because it's a very super open world. And then all of a sudden, oh, shoot, I need to go finish this game eventually, not try and get 100% on this world where there's everything in their mother to do.
Don't forget the map of non-helpfulness.
Oh, well, on the second one, the map is also not helpful. But there is a world, the home planet world has so many little random things. It's, oh, would you like to go this thing, but you need this weapon to get in there? And yeah. I beat them both. Very fun games. Looking forward to the third installment when they ever put it out. I will not buy it on clearance. I will actually give it full price, or some price. I ain't gonna say full price, but
sale price.
I will give it a sale price. Release opening day. But again, that's the one problem with current day games. If you get an opening day game on modern systems, you're getting the base game. If you wait, let's say, a year or two, you're getting the DLC included with the game. Because I mean, because what is it? I'm paying Final Fantasy 15. Somebody gave me, I think it was you, gave me that for Christmas. Cool, thanks. And then all of a sudden, hey, we have DLC with it. Well, you could have put it in the game, or giving me a hey, thanks for buying it, early adopter. No, we're not doing. I think that's the same thing with this. I get this role playing game, Ascending Heroes. It's basically Suikoden but modern, and it was hey, I bought it, cool. And by the time I beat it, it's like, hey, we have DLCs on 3 of the main characters. Would you like to play those? No, I kind of thought that's why I paid $50 for the game, to not have to do that. But
you don't mind doing. You don't mind doing your part.
Yeah. Again, I appreciate you putting time and effort into these DLCs, but also, I think, it's they come up with like what they call the season pass for them. It's kind of shady because for at least for what was it? I didn't mind having that for Street Fighter because I knew, hey, our season pass is going to come with some costumes and some new characters. And since we are from the generation you got suckered into buying new Street Fighter games when they at least 4 new characters, it's a kind of, I'll take this one. This is an acceptable trade-off.
Would we say suckered? Retro What's up, everybody? What up? Came in during the middle of the lightsaber convo. What was the topic? We're all over the place, but we're still kind of just talking. Gosh, how did this? I don't know. We're talking about Star Wars, and that's how it went to a half hour. That's what happened. James says, yes, they removed background mistakes from an episode of Mando, and they improved Luke's face after the premiere. I don't know for sure of any other instances on that show. Oh, interesting. Huh. I appreciate them making any tweaks. The saber tech during the OT meant they were fairly heavy and unwieldy, which contributed to the pace of those few fights. Better tech let them speed things up to the point where they should have been before. I always find it interesting whenever I watch one thing in Star Wars and they're like, by the way, here's 18 more. And they show how fast both Hayden and Ewan and good gosh, Ray, we're going, like, slow down. Like pulling Brand Nubian out on them. Slow down. No one's gonna believe you're moving this fast. King Galactor, those characters like Rey and Kylo shouldn't even exist in the Star Wars universe. There is real Skywalker kids with great adventures to tell in movies form.
I was watching on YouTube a video on Shadow of the Empire, and it just reminded me, like, guys, y'all should have done this. You had the license, and it was easy to do. I don't understand why you thought you needed to chart a new course that trampled on stuff. I think it's just easier to, hey, I want to tell a Star Wars story with my characters, Rey, Poe, and Finn. Okay, cool. But I also want the old ones to come back. Why?
The only prequel story, the only story I'm interested in now is Sidious, My Life on the Nightlife of Coruscant, where he meets Padme's grandma. I want that story. That's what I'm. Hey, I am the Sidit. I want that story. I want all the episodes where he's going around courting different races. Like, hey, do you want to be with the Emperor? I would, but your face is a little pruny. That's what I want.
He's a Viltrumite man.
Yeah.
Going different worlds. Hey, y'all doing?
Right.
I'm Emperor Palpatine, y'all.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I want to see. That is the biggest. Russian Robo. I rolled my eyes to the back of my head when they introduced the Inquisitors. Really? Yeah, they're not Sith. They just use the Force, have lightsabers, kill Jedi, and dress in all black. I feel like that is certainly an apprentice program Vader's running. I don't want any of y'all anywhere close to me. So you all can get killed. I'm only training you, but so far. And you are not going to be a threat to me. Even though if you read the Darth Vader trade in Marvel or the whole arc of him, it's awesome. He's got Palpatine as a jerk. This is not breaking news, but oh man, Vader is just like, oh, I am going to get you.
But that's the history of the Sith. It's not, hey, I'm following this person for the end of time. I'm always the whole plot of the Sith is it's one to rule, one to crave the power. And once you've done that so long, you got to move on out of here, dude. You got to go.
Yeah.
And Vader, I mean, at the point after Revenge of the Sith, knows he can't beat Vader. I mean, he can't beat Palpatine just with his power. So he's always, I mean, he's trying to figure out, I need Luke to help me beat this dude because I'm not strong enough anymore.
All you need to do is put a lightsaber on the end of the throne and just use the Force and turn it on. That's all you have to do, apparently. All right, I'm moving past it. Power rap. That was how he skirted the rule of two. Dark side users are not necessarily Sith. Right.
Right.
And Rick Cage says every game needs pawns, Inquisitors, and Jedi Temple Guards are merely cannon fodder. Sith definitely aren't prolific. They backstab too much. Yeah, you go.
I mean, I think the fun aspect of Knights of the Old Republic is because you're going to have all these bunch of Jedi and Sith, and you're going to see why everything turns out. I mean, technically speaking, I don't know if it was. I don't know if. No, I mean, I can, but it was really like, hey, this is why they came up with these rules because these guys are jerks to each other.
Right. Retro Robus is my favorite Darth Vader apprentice. The Star Killer. Those Force Unleashed games are amazing. They are. I love those.
I still don't know if I finished that third one.
Huh?
I don't know if I finished the second one.
Oh, I'm about to say, you say, whoa, I need to go to GameStop right now. Apparently, if there's a third Force Unleashed, sign me up. Yeah. All right, so 37 minutes worth. I guess we can move on to something else for a show that I did not finish watching. Let's see, where should I go next? Let's spin the wheel to Daredevil, which I did finish watching, and I will not spoil it. And I did appreciate that they decided let's do every episode as its own separate week. I felt like that really allowed the story of Fisk and Daredevil to play out. And it's funny because by sheer volume of Netflix and 2 seasons now of Daredevil Born Again, we've had more appearances of Kingpin than we've had Magneto in the X-Men movies by a half hour. I'm joking. But I feel like the way they've handled Fisk, and I know some people are like complaining online, like, gosh, he's got more villains than Kingpin. I think the way they've set up Fisk has always been like he's a presence. He's not directly fighting him every episode, which I think is what was drawing me to a point of frustration with those X-Men movies. Like, dude, come on. Magneto and Mystique are not this nice that they need to be in everything. Magneto is your every 5 movie villain because he's too powerful. And if they're fighting him every time, what are we doing? Now, early on in the comic book, that was the case, but he should not be in every movie. They have introduced a slew of great villains along the way that the X-Men could fight credibly. They can make Apocalypse a 3-movie villain. Mr. Sinister could be a 3-movie villain. Mystique and the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants could also be multiple movie villains. And I feel like they just were like, the only ones that fight are these 2. And then when they did get to Apocalypse, it was a waste of time. I don't think that's been the case here. And I've been reading a lot of Daredevil. He has a lot of carryover with Spider-Man villains. Mm-hmm. He has some, and it did kind of go through one of his great ones with the Owl, but it's not like he's got such a deep roster of villains. And I think the way they've done Kingpin has worked, and I think this season really worked. And I thought they kind of didn't just make it about Fisk and Matt, because they did a whole bunch with the supporting characters. Mm-hmm. That was long. What did you think about this season? How did you feel this season finale went? What up, Henry G? Doing great. How are you today?
In my non-spoiler take, I think this show was really good. I understand some amount of critique on I'm not gonna look at the comment. I understand some amount of critique on Kingpin being kind of Daredevil. They're basically co-stars of the show. But is how Fisk was, is he's, I mean, Mayor Fisk. I mean, that's a cool storyline. and it's worthy of a whole season. I mean, you had the first last year we started with Bullseye. Then how does Daredevil navigate after his mistake? And how does he want to actually handle being Daredevil still? But Fisk is also taking a different route. It's, hey, I'm legitimate now, but I'm still doing the same thing I was in season 1 in Daredevil. I'm thinking I'm in season 1 of Daredevil in Netflix. I wanted to do all this stuff in the shadow. Now I'm trying to do it out in the open, but I'm still the same corrupt dude. And I think how I was in Daredevil season 2, it was Frank Castle was his bad guy, but then Kingpin, I'm still Kingpin, dude. Even though I'm in jail, it's still my town. I think that's just a cool way to do it. Is a character, and I mean, was it even season 2?
Well, I mean, to your point, in season 2, he's dealing with Punisher, he's dealing with Elektra. They're both dealing with the Hand.
Yeah,
Fisk is there, but it's not like I'm getting you, Daredevil. And then in season 3, he's got to deal with Bullseye and Fisk. But Fisk is the puppet master. He's in control of all this stuff, and it's not just him fighting. They're not punching and fighting at the end of every season finale.
Yeah,
season 3 was pretty fun.
Yeah, that was good. And I think this season so far it's hey, Fisk is running amok. I mean, it's cool for Daredevil. How is he gonna? I mean, how does Matt, Daredevil, all the supporting characters, if you have really, I have come to care. I mean, like, it's a show. Like, okay, I want to see what happens to him. I mean, was it 2 episodes ago when we lost somebody from the mayor's office? It was like, no, no, for real. Like, this man says I'm doing right. No, you aren't. Like,
yeah, I when I watched it, because that one I got to see the whole thing, and it was just like, go to the next episode, go to the next episode after you write your notes so I can write the review. And when I watched, I was like, yo, I mean, that one totally caught me off guard, because I was just like, I don't know what's gonna happen, and I run along. Nope. I was like, oh wow, okay, that was dramatic.
I was expecting Buck to have a different response, but it was all in.
He was like, book. Lights out. It's all over with. Another clown OD'd over my raw hit. I loved how all the characters mattered. Like, their subplots actually played into the penultimate episode, the season finale, where it felt like everyone had stakes as they came together in the season finale. Was like, yeah, you need to go in there too. Get yours.
Mm-hmm.
And I read one because they did like a clickbaity headline, and I was like, oh really, what are we talking about here? And they're like, oh, this analogy to January 6th is all wrong. I'm like, okay, I'm going to slowly back into the bushes like Homer with this one. I thought they played this season so well, and they didn't go guest star spam heavy. I mean, we had Swordsman who needs a costume, hopefully next season. They didn't. I mean, they told us early on Jessica Jones was going to be there. She wasn't dominating, but it wasn't like oh, hey Jessica, bye Jessica. I mean, she was there just long enough. And we got White Tiger. Her storyline played out, and I thought it was really well done. It wasn't, let's spend the whole episode learning about White Tiger becoming a vigilante. It wasn't like that. It felt very organic. And Karen, it's a character who I alternated between being very annoyed with and somewhat annoyed with in the Netflix run to like, okay, Karen's cool. I'm invested in her as a character. And let's see here. Rachel Robo said this. I love season 2 of Daredevil Born Again. I think Bullseye stole the show for me. I found myself rooting for him, which is wild. Bullseye is such a fascinating character in this universe because they finally figured out how to make a bad guy really formidable and playing up his skills in a dangerous, menacing way where it's like, this guy is a straight up crazy killer. And he just in his skill, the way they execute that is like, oh, wow, he would do all this stuff. Like when he's fighting Daredevil, it's like, here, you're my new human pinfish.
I mean,
I can't take you out like I do all these other people, but you're gonna be stabbed full of knives, brother.
I think how Bullseye, he's one. If he's one character, if you saw him having coffee at a diner, you hope you get out to sell the chair because it's not guaranteed. It's hey, he's got a straw in his mouth. Oh no, I'm screwed. Like he's just having coffee. Okay, like that was. I think that he was such. He was such a great character. I don't want to see a show with him. I would like him in small bites, not trying to redeem him. I mean, we saw season 3 Daredevil. We don't need to have a whole season spin-off of him. If you want to make a movie, maybe, but don't drag that out to 8 episodes of TV. Just no.
But I'm only a master of evil, Darth. I wish Hector had more time as a character. Yeah, he seems really cool. It was like, oh man, but then it was like, we can't go back now.
Hector who?
White Tiger.
Oh, okay.
White Tiger.
Oh yeah, man, I forgot about that.
Bullseye.
I mean, that was how. I mean, that version of the character was really cool, and we introduced him in season 1. I think if you haven't watched the season finale, again, we are doing this spoiler free. I think you're really going to enjoy it. I think they'd wrap it up very good. And if I don't know if they're guaranteed to do a season 3.
They're shooting it right now.
Oh, okay.
They're literally shooting it, and people are like, hey, here's a photo of all of us, and guess where we're gonna be? It's like not even a secret anymore. No secret defense here. It's just, hey, we're here and doing our thing. I'm really excited, and one of the things that was already mentioned, there are going to be more villains in season 3, and I can't wait to see what villains they work in. Maybe Akari. I think that would be really cool. Akari has a great comic book costume. Curious how they would translate that. I feel like they could do a good job with it. Elektra still out there, and Elektra returning would be awesome because I really loved Elektra in season 2 of the Netflix version of Daredevil. And yeah, I mean, he's got good villains. I wonder if they were one of those straddling the fence kind of characters like Mysterio, who I know is not around because he got killed foolishly, who also fought Daredevil, if they can include one of those characters against him.
Or maybe I wonder how that license works with the Sony bad Daredevil Spider-Man bad guys. If they can say, hey, you're not, please, before you make some bad movie that's not going to go anywhere, can you just license them to us so we can use them for a couple episodes on TV?
Because y'all suck with it. Hey, David Thanos. So the actor who played Hector was actually the coach in All American. And as he was getting sick, and he wasn't doing well, of course, led to his actual death, they would randomly write the college football coach out like, oh, he's away. And like, the college football coach is not going away. I don't know what y'all are doing. That show is a comedy because no one understands how football is played. And while our TV shows are fading away, please watch that. Please start watching that so you can be like, what?
I'm watching Snowpiercer on Amazon, thinking I made some great coup. They finally put it back on Amazon. All right, good job. And then I happen to, because if for some reason it's not staying in my continue watching, I'm like, all right, whatever. And I looked at the last season, which I never see. Oh, the only way to watch season 4 is to have AMC Plus. Like,
which means I'm not really watching it through you. If I need AMC Plus, why don't I just go there?
I mean, because AMC, I'm not totally sure, but I think on one of my computers I had AMC Plus, but it's basically, hey, do you pay for cable? Yeah. Okay, you can come on in. Okay.
I wonder if Insomniac didn't do a Daredevil game because they couldn't quite figure out how to make him different in a gameplay style from Spider-Man. And I know there are a lot of similarities, but of course, like the basic spinning through the city would feel like a similar game engine mechanic. how they would do his radar sense, and how would you actually play as Daredevil? Would you see the city like Daredevil would see the city? Would it just all be radar sense? Because that could be a wild way to go. Maybe you could have him like a stage where you're just fighting the way Matt would see it, where it's nothing but this would be like a real cheap stage they could do. And all you see is the outline of everything you're trying to track down and chase somebody. I just gave some game developer a really good idea for a
I would
stage.
be either. I'm pretty thinking that would be freaking hard as hell to do. I mean, because my head was thinking how Matt sees in Netflix, in Disney Plus, where the world's on fire. Could you actually do a video game almost using the same? They port the city of New York from Spider-Man and just basically put that cue on top of everything.
Well, I think the best way to do it, of course, would be to have it in the rain. And I say that like in the Ben Affleck Daredevil movie. Oh, let's see here. If they don't make Leapfrog, Stiltman, and Matador, Arriba! What are they even doing? I mean, Leapfrog would be a fun one. Didn't they do Leapfrog? Or was it Frogman? And is that in She-Hulk? Yeah, it was. Yeah, because that was the name of the episode, wasn't it?
I'm sorry, I deleted it.
I know. You're like, what are you even talking about?
Combination with the Wrecking Crew, it's like, yeah, I'm not caring what y'all do.
But it was the best one. It was the episode with Daredevil where it's like, hey, this show isn't terrible. Let me see. I can do this really fast. Donnie Blaze, Just Jen. How many episodes is this thing? Oh, yeah, it was. It was Leapfrog in Ribbit and Rip It. And he was in that episode of She-Hulk. So if you want your Leapfrog / Frogman, want to get that fix in, you can see She-Hulk Attorney at Law. And Daredevil's in it. So he's fighting one of his arch enemies. There you go, right there.
Now, do you think, I know wrong show, but do you think there is any possibility of creating Netflix, Daredevil action figures from these shows?
They are.
Okay.
Yeah. They have let's see here. Yes, they do. Yes. Affleck Rain Vision. Absolutely. They've done a Punisher. They've done it's a Daredevil, and I start with Punisher. They did a Daredevil in his red. They have one with Jessica Jones in a 2-pack in his black. They've done those 3. I don't think they've ever given us a Vincent D'Onofrio Kingpin yet. They gave us a 2-pack with Bullseye and a modern comic book look, which looks more like his TV look, with Muse, whose costume doesn't really change that much from the comic in the show. So I guess we had the best of both.
Yeah, I forgot. I mean, it's crazy. After not watching the show for a while, but Muse is a really terrifying character.
He was great.
I mean, just wow. I mean, I understand that, Two-Face, not Two-Face, but Mayor Fisk is in there, but Muse was driving the terror of that first season. It was, this is a serial killer. This is really dark stuff here. And
there you go. Yeah, yes, you're right. He's very slender, not at all like how he is. They did give us a D'Onofrio Kingpin. Thank you.
Yeah.
But yeah, is he now I'm in the let's see this thing. I'm trying to remember if he's in the Hawaiian shirt, like, hey, I'm ready to party. Bring me some, bring me LA. I'm ready. Let me see here. Oh,
I think if you do from that show, he has to be in a Hawaiian shirt.
Party Fisk.
Party
Fisk. Nobody rocks a
Vanessa gave me a hall pass.
There he is. He's ready.
He's that's not the way to go at all.
That is Ozempic, Rick Ross version of Wilson.
Man, that's not a towering figure. That's the random dude.
Yeah, I think he's in the Happy Hogan buck, which is not a great choice for Wilson there.
Oh, I don't say you have to do a Build-A-Figure, but that's not the way to go.
People were griping. People love to gripe because he was too slim.
I love Greg.
Muse is like a Spawn type villain. I think he's a great Daredevil villain because Daredevil's thing is, I've been reading the Mark Waid run. It feels like it's so hard for anybody to come up with like 20 good villains for Daredevil before they start dipping into other like Spider-Man fringe, or like, hey, Spider-Man will let you loan some of these characters out. I mean, Stiltman, Gladiator, Bullseye, Typhoid Mary, who I would love to see them actually do. I think she'd be awesome. And maybe we can still get that armor one. Charlie Cox is like, yeah, I'm a big Daredevil fan, and he clearly is in on it. I would love for them to try to figure out how to do that 90s armor look as a costume. He could have been a bit bigger, but D'Onofrio is nowhere near Comic Fist in size. Comic Fist is a sumo, right? Just muscle. So there you go.
Typhoid Mary has some cool looks.
She does, and they could. I feel like they could make Heather Typhoid Mary if they wanted to just kind of not make her Muse. But yeah, that's good. Next Tuesday, Punisher One Last Cry. No, wait, One Last Kill is coming to Disney Plus.
So why am I keeping Disney Plus after that week?
Because you silly little boy, we got X-Men 97 coming at some point. You can't leave yet.
I mean, the fact that I'm gonna watch Vision, but Star Wars Visions, but it's, hey, y'all can stretch out some of this content. It's cool because again, you could have premiered Maul on
right now, right? Exactly.
For May 4th, it's like it's right there. I mean, or may the Sith work with you. I mean, like, come on.
I never really understood the need to do them at the same time. Like, why though? This is exactly what you should be doing. Spread that sucker out. So some comments from the fellas here. If they don't put Typhoid Mary in fishnets, they don't deserve to have a show. I agree. This look from John Romita Jr. This is, I mean, it's like classic 80s. Like, hey, when was this design created? I don't know. The 60s? No, this is straight out of the 80s, baby. MTV. I want my MTV Typhoid Mary. Jars looks better with curly hair to me. Yeah, man. That Marvel Legends figure we have is like, all right, we've got Typhoid Mary, but I want that JR style version because that is such a cool, unique look, and I want it. Hobbit. Let's see here.
You start her. I don't know her origins, but you could easily have it. That's a retro look. I mean, you don't have to. I mean, that looks distinct enough that it's. Yeah, okay. This is somebody we know. This is a bad guy.
I mean, they're in New York. I mean, I feel like you could probably go to New York and still see people with that kind of hair.
The hair.
She could be in like a cover band, an 80s cover band. Oh man. Somebody get me Kevin Feige's number. I got you covered, player.
Would you like to write a legal drama?
I'm not a lawyer, nor do I have any knowledge whatsoever. So I think I'll be perfect for it. Perfect. Let's see here. So we got some images of X-Men 97, courtesy of the Hex facility. Now let's take a look at these really quickly. Oh man, George. Vince McMahon is trending. I'm always curious what the heck that means.
I mean, Ted
is
Turner,
it like, please bring him back, or he's dead, Jim?
Maybe it's because Ted Turner passed today.
Yeah. Shout out. And then I read this tweet, and I didn't want to laugh at it, but they were like, so I'm assuming the funeral service will be 7:05. There you go. All right, so here's a look at X-Men 97. And they're going to make me so mad when they release these Marvel Legend figures because we're going to get Cyclops and Jean in their X Factor version 2 looks, and it's not going to be in full costume. They're going to be in those jacketed versions, and I'm like, this is not what I wanted. So I'm going to be upset. I'm already bracing myself for it. Here is a better straight up look at all the different looks from these guys here. Here is that image, and so you can see how everything's going.
When was X-Men 97 released? Was that 2 years
I
ago?
really don't remember.
I mean, it's
been so long.
Oh, I mean, it's one of those. I'm definitely gonna have to rewatch it to get even an understanding of what's going on. I mean,
so there you go. You got the future, you got the past, lost in time, and you can see all the different costumes. I don't see a lot of crossover in terms of useful Marvel Legends like the first season, where it's like, great, this will do. Note the red and yellow for Jean, who needs a new version of that. In Cyclops, it is blue and white. We're gonna get these jacketed looks like they're the Avengers in the 90s. But
I mean, Jubilee and
Jubilation. Yes.
Cable.
Yeah. I mean, Cable looks like he's basically got the same outfit.
Yeah.
These figures aren't going to be a lot of help to me.
They'll find their way.
These designs aren't helpful for me in my Marvel Legends collection, and I know that's what they're caring about. So, anyway,
they're trying to give you new figures that you don't already have, and once you watch the show, you'll say, "I have to have that figure."
Ryan just delivered again. When was X-Men 97 released? 97. When it was out. Duh. Fair answer. Top Gun 3 is coming at some point. Tom Cruise is apparently upset with Christopher McQuarrie because the Top Gun movies did not do as well as he wanted. So he's recruiting a new director. And let me see if I can find where all of the different ones that are up for consideration are.
Was he the director of Mission Impossible 3? Or
he was the director for the last one that you said needed like some more editing.
I mean, because there is a point where the movie has a countdown, and the countdown would have expired before all this stuff happened. I think that was just. I get we're trying to be. I mean, it's just dramatic. We have these really cool fight scenes, but that was all right. We could cut some of this. I mean, easily. I think 30 minutes. And I think that movie would have been great, but it wasn't as good as the one before.
Yeah, because I follow these dumb threads on Twitter, and people were like, "Yeah, the last two were good." I'm like, "Are you kidding?" Dead Reckoning Part 1 was awesome. Or is it the Final Reckoning? I forget. Anyway, Dead Reckoning Part 1 was great. It was one of my favorites of the whole saga.
It had short hair. I mean, of course. I mean, it's short hair. You know what you're in for.
Key.
I mean,
it's like Nicolas Cage, every other one. The Star Trek, what is it? The odd or is it the even that are good? Mission Impossible films. If Ethan has a short haircut, it's great. When the X-Men were on that island rebuilding or whatnot, were there a bunch of characters in the background? Yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Rick Cage wants to know, wait, did we time jump to Thursday? I thought it was Wednesday.
I know. I got him off track.
Surprisingly, I've got control of the mouse, so we can go either way. Characters that are first, yeah, they did have first tier, top tier characters on there. That Magneto with a beard, I have no idea how they're gonna make a figure out of it. Just you wait.
They'll find a way.
Cover your ear. Exactly. You make the rules, we break them. I like all the Star Trek films, but it's even. Thank you. I wasn't sure which way they went with that.
Wrath of Khan is 2.
Of course. Why did I even need to go that far to figure out? Was the first one bad? I'm trying to remember.
I don't remember watching it, frankly.
I'm pretty sure I have that in my collection. And then it kind of gets a little dicey in terms of which ones. But now that I know it's the even films, I should add them to my Blu-ray collection and not worry about anything else.
Yeah, I just like you bought all the James Bond, I bought a lot of the Star Trek, and it was, this was not good.
Oh, this is not a good one. Okay. I feel like I do remember the first one not being that exciting. I watched it, I want to say like 10 years ago, and I wasn't sure if it was just because I was like distracting myself or it was just slow. Yeah, I love them, but I love them all, but I love some less. Like the least favorite kid. Don't tell your mom you're the least favorite one. It feels more like a long episode. It's not as bombastic as the rest. Come on. It's not exciting, but the concept is cool. Okay. And that one got Ball of Kirstie Alley, right? The first one. All right. So the short list for who is up for Top Gun 3 is John M. Chu, Director Wicked, man. G.I. Joe Retaliation. Solid choice. Joaquin Ronan. Tron Ares. And
Hey, he didn't write it, so
it's true, but and the directing duo of Adil Aribi and Bilal Falal, Bad Boys, Ride or Die, and they did some episodes of Miss Marvel. So I'm kind of digging that. Then we also have Logan director James Mangold is up for consideration. She's in Star Trek 6.
yeah, I was when you said that, I did not think
that far away. Good grief. Huh. Nope. Star Trek the Motion Picture was a slow movie. 30 minutes of plot stretched out 3 times. Okay. So I was not mistaken that it was just slow. Top Gun 3, Mab in space. I mean, it's right there. Maybe we can have Dirk Nowitzki in there too. Hello, Maverick.
We have to have nondescript bad guys. They can't be from any market where we could sell this movie. Remember that. Can't have action. The enemy.
That's true. Right, exactly. That was hilarious. Like, what are we doing? Is it the faceless enemy? Is it the Borg? Who knows? It's somewhere on the planet.
Classified location to stop the enemy.
Oh, they replaced their character with the mannequin? What? How many checkers are in Lyle's movie files? A lot more than I thought. Fascinating. Yeah. What was the best one with Picard and crew? Was that? Gosh, I feel like that was on not too long ago. They have a good one with the Borg, but I'm trying to remember if that's considered a good one or not.
The one where I'm always gonna say it's a cheat code when they bring
that's cool.
But when they bring Kirk in there, I like the bad guy in the storyline.
Generations.
Yeah, I like that because I like McDonald, and his motives actually were really cool to me.
Old Ronald?
No, not Ronald.
I also said
didn't have a farm though.
I also said old. So there you go.
He did have a farm, but man, I thought that was cool. Nemesis, I wanted to like a little more, but
this mannequin Kim Cattrall brought a photo crew on the set of the bridge to do a naked photo shoot. It did not go well with Nimoy, but fans loved it for obvious reasons. First contact. Thank you, fellas. Sorry. That was Oh, Fletcher, you are one sick puppy.
Honestly, anybody who's not watched Mannequin, you should. It's always a thing. 80s comedy is just once you get this, you understand comedy for the rest of your life. You can laugh at a whole lot more things in your life, and it's so worth it. She's the dummy. All right, take it back. No.
He's a great bad guy. All right, so let's see. Got that. He-Man. How hyped are you for Masters of the Universe? I finally saw we were together during first free comic book day and got my first in-hand look at the Masters of the Universe figures, the Chronicles, and they have like so many price points. And this might be the best rollout of figures I've seen in a long time because they've got the expensive, hey, you articulation junkies want this? We got you. And then they've got the, hey, Dad, you just got your tax returns back. Here you go. Splurge a little extra on the kids. And then they've got the, hey, kid, you've got to pay for this out of your own allowance. Here, get these cheap versions. And they all look good. The likenesses of the actors all carried through all three lines. They've got vehicles. The most expensive one has a battle cat that looks great. They've got all kinds of vehicles. I was like, oh man, this is good. I really need this movie to be good simply because I want to get all the figures. The movie looks, I'm getting more excited about this one than anything else this side of Spider-Man and Avengers Doomsday. Because I'm like, okay, y'all have me sufficiently hyped. I'm ready. I want to love this movie. Please don't let me down.
I, after going in and seeing how much it's almost they expect this movie to be a hit. They're putting out a good size. I mean, like I said, three price points of action figures. That's telling you, hey, we want kids to like this movie so they can stick around for the next movie. And again, like I said, for the adult collectors, we want y'all to have exactly what you want too. And I'm each time they roll out a trailer, I'm good. You don't have to roll out. I mean, you have done what some of the Marvel movies haven't done. You've given me a story and why I'm going to actually want to see this in theaters. I think they showed enough action. They showed fidelity to what we knew as kids. Hey, and they're not, hey, everybody in black leather, which would have sucked. I mean, hey, you remember this costume? We're going to try and do as faithful as we can if we can do it. I mean, Tila doesn't need that much skin, so we can do that. I mean, we got to do we have to be respectful with the times, but also understand, hey, this is
I do remember the time. Wonder Woman was rocking her regular outfit in one of the best Snyderverse DC movies. It wasn't like, put a robe on her, the harlot. No, I mean, she's rocking her outfit. Tila is basically wearing a chill bathing suit. And that's it. And she's got the furry boots too. I don't know. I mean,
does it distract anything if it's a good movie? No. And I think
it depends.
I think they want this to be good.
I do too. Michael Sola says all of those brand new movie Masters of the Universe figures look good, except for Idris. They cheated out on his body where they didn't do that with the rest of them. Oh, he was the only one I didn't see. The hype for He-Man is real, Retro Robo says. I was just a casual fan, but I'm pretty excited for it. Yeah, Jace, they did a really good job of bringing those cartoon looks to screen. Yeah, and I feel like that's all I wanted. Just, they've made some subtle changes. It's not like this is a direct one-to-one on the looks, but they got the point. And I feel like that's what fans of source material of stuff want to see.
I think
as long as you look like you kind of get it, you kind of understand. Oops.
Yeah.
I mean, it's very clear what we're looking at as fans of the cartoon. That's Snake Mountain in the background. That's Trapjaw. Here's Beastman. Skeletor, complete with Havoc staff. There's Evelyn, white hair showing, peeking underneath her helmet tiara. We got Triclops there. We've got Spikor, who also has a little spiked mace. And it's like, no, it doesn't look exactly like the toys and how they looked in the cartoon. And of course, there's Castle Grayskull in the background. But this is definitely, there's no mistaking this for anything else but Masters of the Universe.
I think they did a smart reveal on this. They showed, hey, I do not know the actor's name, but they showed him as He-Man. We're not playing these games. Yes, you heard our story. It sounds a little dicey, but when we're releasing our first initial image, it's He-Man. It's not some random dude. It's He-Man. And I think that was a really smart way to go.
I am trying to find this picture of, let's see. Oh, great. It looks like I can pull this picture up here. Okay, so I couldn't find the exact one that I wanted, but check this out. Now, do you see anybody who looks familiar? Kind of basically. I mean, we got Goatman, of course. And I don't know, Goatman looks kind of cool, especially since we know Beastman is actually in the movie. But just over Skeletor's shoulder there.
Is that the girl from the first one?
That's Karg from the first movie.
Yeah.
These jokers went all in. It's like, yo, let's have a little tribute to Captain Karg. We're gonna throw everybody. And that's such a deep dive cut where it's like, oh, you all actually get it. It's not just a look at this goofy thing. It's, yo, you know what would be fun if we work in this character too.
The thing about it is, if you're pitching to a studio, hey, we have great marketing tie-ins that we can also do with all these action figures. I mean, we have to look at the numbers. Hey, this kind of marketing material, we can go to Burger King. We can, and have here's the He-Man figures that you can go with. I mean, there's just so many. If we do this right, you give us a good budget. We say we're going to do a good story. We'll be fine, and you'll gladly give us money to do this in theaters, not on Amazon Prime, where we're not making any money.
Listen, if this movie is at least an 8, they can consider all those figures copped. All the high tier figures copped. Buying all of them. Where am I putting them? But I'm getting them, and I'm probably gonna get a popcorn bucket just to support too. I feel like more than any movie in like the last, let's see, it's 2016, maybe the last 10 years, that I've wanted to be good more than this one, simply because it's yes, they do this right, people will watch it, and you will see that people actually are invested. And if you just do what the fans want, they'll come out and see it. And chances are, if you do it the right way, they'll see it more than once. They'll tell everybody, it's great, go see it.
Yeah, because that first initial view will be like, okay, please don't suck. Okay, it's good. Now I can bring everybody in because I saw it. It's good. Come on in. It's fine.
Please tell me it's not going to suck. I forgot to mention this. Anyway, we're very excited. June 5th, Masters of the Universe. Sign me up. Mandalorian and Grogu. We're getting close to it. I've got the screener in a couple weeks. Actually, I think it might be on an episode. It might be on a Wednesday. So I might have to do a double dose of figure files and movie files. But so far, the tracking for it is not gotten any better. It's still like right in that, hey, we're looking at an $80 million opening domestically. Of course, that could go higher.
Huh.
But it's kind of just like there right now.
I wonder if this is the first Star Wars movie since Return of Palpatine.
I guess so.
So I'm wondering if that's factoring in some of the numbers. And maybe after the first critic reviews and audience screenings, they may bump that number up if it actually tracks as a good movie. I don't know if I sent you the last trailer.
You did. Yeah, it looks good.
That one looks like I don't understand what they're doing with these trailers now. Sorry. But that was the trailer they released yesterday or today, should have been the Super Bowl trailer. Not, hey, we're doing Mando and Grogu. It's cute. It's build something to why people want to see this. Hey, remember that New Republic thing? Yeah, that you watching Star Wars and Return of the Jedi? Yeah, I remember that thing. Yeah, we're doing something similar. We're bringing some parts of that back. And, if you're a fan of some of the other shows, you're cool. But, yeah, Mando and Grogu are going to be working in that area. So bring your kids. I think that one's a better trailer than, hey, it's cute. Come on in. But we'll see.
Roger Robo says, Mando's my boy, Jeff. It's going to get good word of mouth and have legs. I think the trailer, the last one, looked really good. I'm looking forward to it. I really think what has hurt the demand buzz for it is people are used to watching this at home. And it's really hard after 3 seasons to get people to go, let's go out to the movies and pay $80 for a snack.
Do you think it was more the getting people to go out of the house, or I like the season 3, but do you think Mandalorian season 3 also had some difference on, hey, how much buzz was this? Because that season wasn't as well received as the previous 2.
Well, I think the main issue with season 3 was they showed too many Mandalorians, and if you have Superman and Supergirl and Superboy and Super Baby, and if you have Superman Red and Superman Blue, then Superman's not as special. And season 1 did a great job. Who else? Who the heck? Oh, there's an armor. There's an armor. The big guy with a Gatling gun. Cool. And we keep the rest of the Mandalorians. I mean, there's like there's an outcast group of Mandalorians, and they help them, but it's not like, hey, there's 42 others. I think that was the only issue. But yeah, anyway, I'm looking forward to it, and I'm assuming it's going to be good. I got the typical note, please don't reveal any characters that may show up, or any events that happen in the movie. They do that for a lot of things. I feel like maybe with Mandalorian and Grogu, there could be some pretty exciting stuff that happens. So I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, and I'm that's one of those movies. I hope expectations of who the potential spoilers and who these potential characters could get me from enjoying the movie as much as I could.
Marquez says, what's up, folks? This movie can't be any worse than episode 9. Somehow Palpatine survived, and his granddaughter's making out with Han and Leia's kid.
And now she's a Skywalker.
No, she's not. You don't get to
she should be a Solo if she's anything, but whatever.
There's a lot of Disney Star Wars sucks going around regardless of how good it might be. I don't feel like that's fair. I mean, it's just, I don't know.
Do you think
I feel like comic book and sci-fi franchises have this thing where some portions of the fan base decide to get really loud and just hate on the franchise that they supposedly love for no reason. It's just like, I don't understand. They made bad decisions in the sequels, but I don't feel like it killed the franchise.
It almost did. I mean, there used to be a time. Well, I mean, we got really happy with. I mean, the prequels for all their problems for some people, it made a lot of money.
I feel like if they just went with it, if they called the movie Star Wars Eras Tour, huge box office. All they need to do is call it Star Wars Taylor's version. Bing, 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 bing.
I mean,
I think season 3.
Hell yeah.
I think season 3 which I liked, would have gotten a better reception if it was called the Book of Bo-Katan. I'm half joking, but should they have marketed something besides the Mandalorian? Because I feel like, to your point, they could have done a Bo-Katan and her crew spinoff and just leave Mandalorian and Grogu to their own thing, because he does take a back seat in his own show. It's cool when we get the best episode of Boba Fett featuring the Mandalorian, but I don't know if I can think of the best episode of Mandalorian season 3. The only one that I really vividly remember is when Jack Black and what's her girl? Lizzo showed up. I remember that one. I don't know. And I also remember when the heavy gunner got killed, but everything else is just kind of a blur in that season. But it looks like this, from the trailer, it's no other Mandalorians. There's nobody else running around in a jetpack using a flamethrower and blasting away at people. He's one of one, which is great. Reg Robo says the thing is, the grab for Normsies is Grogu. Whether that's our main thing or not, doesn't matter. They need to fill more seats than just his fans. Oh my gosh. And Ryan, the casuals are going to see this because of Baby Yoda. Oh my, and I don't know why. This is one of the very few, like, you want to trigger me? Call him Baby Yoda. Call him Baby Yoda again. It's just like, he has a name. Yoda was not at the bar with Palpatine picking up shorties going, hey, what's up? No, the Force I do. Nope, he wasn't. It is just Grogu. It will not turn out for Bo-Katan and her friends.
Well, I mean, as we all know, sometimes nicknames stick, and maybe, as Star Wars fans, if you want them to pump out more movies, you're gonna have to deal with Baby Yoda.
Oh, yeah. And Grogu, in parentheses, Baby Yoda.
You know what his real name is, Baby
Yeah.
Yoda.
Anyway, so that was that for that, and that was that for that. And now here's something we hope you really like. We saw Mortal Kombat 2 on Monday. And let's see here. There's this couple Right, we do. There's this couple who at the Michael screening were dressed up as Michael, and one girl who was in line was very confused as to the remember the time look. Like, who are you? And I was like, oh gosh, you poor kid. But here's what they were rocking at the Mortal Kombat screening. And very cool. And the guy got a Shao Kahn popcorn bucket helmet. I'm like, I feel like I gotta get that.
Yeah, like there's a lot. There was a couple other folks who I didn't notice until we were all sitting down. It's like, oh, they're in costume too. I mean, it's like I would have a really awkward picture with her of them. But you saw there was a lot. There are a lot of Mortal Kombat fans. In case anybody didn't think that this is a selling, there is a real big audience who wants to see a good Mortal Kombat movie.
So let's talk about it. And non-spoiler discussion here. My review I just posted it. You can watch it or read it over on loudmovies.com. I wrote that this is exactly what I'm hoping we see for Masters of the Universe, a movie about video game characters tailored first and foremost for video game fans. All others, if you want to watch it, if you want to get in on it, cool. This movie is for the people who put that quarter down at the arcade. I'm next. And, remember using the joystick? Oh, people who paid $74.99 to get the bloody version on Super Nintendo. And, just who have loved this franchise for so long. And I think they did an excellent job with that. There are very minor things that I'm like, okay, I got to take a few points away from it. But otherwise, I thought they did a great job with it. Carl Urban comes through. They tease Johnny Cage is going to be here at the end of the last film with golden arms. And they did a great job of incorporating him into the movie instead of, here's Johnny Cage, everybody. He doesn't take over the movie, which would have been a bad idea. When you watch the trailers, it looks like it's all about him, but it's really not. He joins the ensemble. He fits in perfectly. He definitely gives you that Jack Burton. What's going on here? You guys what is happening? He's so good in his role here. And it's like he's just dropping all this fun, like his one-liners are great. And he's really fun. I thought they did an awesome job with him. We also get some other characters. I won't reveal anybody who wasn't shown in the trailers. Katana is really good too. And it's Mortal Kombat. So it's not like people or certain characters have cones of protection. Everybody gets beat down. Wants to jump up, they get beat down. Give them nothing but a beating. And the fight scenes really, really just have that whole, all right, you want a Mortal Kombat? We got Mortal Kombat for you. And it feels like their moments, the fights take place basically in game stages, and it looks great. And I was like, yo, y'all are really doing this thing up. And the director, the screenwriter from the first one really came off like, oh, y'all were cool with this first one? Great. Now we're going to give you an all-out Mortal Kombat. You're welcome. All right. I said a lot. What do you think?
Okay. So, first off, if you enjoy the fun of Mortal Kombat, the video game, you're really going to enjoy this because you're going to get fatalities in that. I mean, it's just, and there are going to be some cool video game homage fatalities. Okay. Again, you're going to accept that part. If you are
right,
any video game fan, you're going to, I think in Mortal Kombat, you're going to enjoy this. Second, you need, I think probably the biggest point, don't come in this one jumping in thinking, oh, I didn't watch the first one, I'm good. Don't parachute into this one. Watch the first one. You'll get a lot of good context. And they're not explaining the rest of the story to you if you didn't watch the first one. It's, we're the second one. This is, do the homework, come on in once you sat down, watch your 2 hours. You probably can watch. You can watch it from home. So do that before you get in here. We're picking right back up. Third. Each one of these fight scenes, nobody's coming off cheap. It's my movie. I think that each one of those fights, they're going to do something really good. You're going to see really good video game lodges, and yeah, it's all of them. Everybody, it's no, this person wins because they're explosive. It's nah, but they're going to do something that makes it win, and it's not going to look cheap. So I thought it was really good.
Before you keep going, I think this one brought that Raid John Wick sense to the fight scenes. Where I'm like,
you're coming up with shoot, good. And next point, if you bring your freaking under 15-year-old kid to this movie, you're horrible. This is a rated R movie. There is no chance you should let a kid watch this movie. It's violent.
I do have some.
There is plenty of language in here that we do not show on this podcast. Every word that you say, put some money in the swear jar, used in that joint. Okay. There is going to be there are beatdowns in this movie. It's really good. And I think finally, I like the additional characters that you're not going to see in the trailer. I know sometimes they're trying to show some of them on social media, but there's a whole rack of them you're not going to see, and their fight scenes are really cool. That's my non-spoiler notes.
And my biggest complaint is one of the fight scenes is just visually, it's a little hard to see because the characters, the designs are a little bit different than how they have appeared, where they have other costume choices that would have been easier to make out what, who's who. And that's my big complaint, which is nothing. The guy who plays Shao Kahn, 6'8", he is a mountain. He looks like a load. It's not something like, all right, well, could they really have somebody as big as? Nah, he is huge, and he's got the helmet, and it's like, yo, I would not want to be anywhere near this dude. He gives the full final boss vibes, and he's got his hammer, and it is hammer time, and he can't touch it, and it's so awesome. Like they don't we'll just wait till the end. It's like he is in this mix, and they go hard with it.
Go hard.
Finish them. I thought Kingpin in the final episode, right? Dude, oh man, woo! He was punishing them.
That was. I can't say anything. It was like, hallway. Oh,
right. His rage meter was bursting. Jalen says, by the way, off topic, I finished Paradise. Nice. Best series currently on television. I don't think I've been so passionate about a show since 24. I'm just sad that I have to wait now. Yeah, that's what Jay said after he watched it. It's great. I think that show has been awesome, and I cannot wait for the next season.
Yeah. I mean,
they should have cast the dude from Reacher 3 for Shao Kahn. Double dip between both movies.
I mean, they didn't need to with this other guy.
This other guy is massive.
You're not going to think he's a chump. I mean, when you see him compared to the actors and actresses he's working with, it's one of those. I gotta go against you in terms of this is a video game movie, but I'd rather not if I didn't really have to. Again, the stakes are high enough that I got to do it, but this isn't by choice.
Nah. And I really was happy with how they played everything. Like, if you're a fan of characters, everybody gets a moment to shine. And I don't know, oh man, I want to see more of this character. I think they all get a nice slice of the pie, and it's like, cool. I'm happy. I like this character. They did them right. What do you think?
Well, if you have a video game favorite character, you're probably almost going to be mad at your character is shortchanged because they are doing a very good job of having each one of these characters have a moment, good fight. They're not, I don't know. I'll go with the original. I'll go with the good Street Fighter movie where you see Blanca versus Zangief, and they have one fight. And if you're a Zangief or Blanca fan, you're like, I got shortchanged. There's nothing similar to that, but sure, because everybody's gonna have a part of a storyline before their fight. And I think, but you're also, how many repeats am I gonna see my guy fight? And that you might have a gripe with that.
So I while we were working on this, let's go here though. I held out hope, but I'm pretty sure Chief isn't going to show up tonight, so I got to bounce. Good night, guys. Appreciate it. Oh yeah, that guy made Reacher look small. That dude was huge, massive, absolutely huge. After the movie, you said something to me about the other movie would be coming out this year for video game fans. What did you say about Street Fighter after watching Mortal Kombat 2?
After watching Mortal Kombat 2, I thought it's really going to be hard for Street Fighter to be the best video game movie that came out this year. I mean, I'm not counting. I mean, Super Mario to
live action,
but this is live action. Mortal Kombat set a very high bar, and I've looked at the trailers of Street Fighter. I think they're potentially up for the task, but I don't know.
You got your doubts.
Because Mortal Kombat's really good. I mean, it's not shortchanging say, oh, Mortal Kombat, if you like that, it's a 7. And I don't think based on character design, I think in Street Fighter is going to be a 5.5. I think Mortal Kombat was just well done. And we'll see what happens.
All right, let's see here. I'm curious since you mentioned it. The Mortal Kombat is now at 74% freshness on Rotten Tomatoes. By comparison, The Sheep Detectives, which is also coming out this week, is 97%. The Devil Wears Prada 2 is 78%. So that's not bad. Now I'm curious, what was the first one?
A live action video game movie with critics is at 78%.
Wow. And the first one was at 55%. So at least, let me see. That's from 299 reviews from the first one. The second one has how many at this point? 78. So, definitely not anywhere close to that. But it feels like the people who, the majority of these critics, and I'm one of them, liked it. So that's good.
I'm making the ones who would have no interest in the movie rightfully stayed home. I think this is not our kind of movie. I'm not watching this.
I hope, because I feel like if you're going in, I don't like video game movies. Oh, and it's a bad video game movie, you're not going to like it. Did they leave the ending for Mortal Kombat 2 open for other possibilities? I would be very disappointed if we don't get a sequel. So, absolutely. And yeah, like, it's really a deal. Like, really? We didn't get a sequel because it didn't make $1 gazillion. I'm going to be upset.
Yeah, I'm hoping I don't know what the budget of this is, but I hope they get their numbers back very quickly to greenlight that sequel.
I hope I can find that out for you here. Let's see.
And their marketing hasn't been super massive. At least it's in me.
Okay. During New York Comic Con, it's reported that a third film was in development, with the screenwriter returning for a third film. So, now that was a New York Comic Con. I guess they're working on it. Really interesting. Huh. All right. So the first film had a $55 million budget.
Okay.
The sequel has anywhere between 68 million to 80 million. So Warner Brothers has high hopes for this.
But again, That's not crazy. I mean, that's the. I mean, in there is a lot of special. I mean, there is a lot of worlds in this show, a movie. I wonder if it was a lot of practical that they were able to do to keep the budget down. But I mean, that if they're not even crossing 100 million on the budget. He's like, I don't need super amount of money to tell the story I need to do. Like, so you don't have to have these 300. I mean, it doesn't have to make $800 million for me to actually get a green light on the third movie. So that's a good sign.
Okay, well, here's another sign. So the first one came out in 2021. Was anything happening at any particular point in that time in history? So it made a total of worldwide total of 84.4 million, and domestically it made 42.3 million with a $55 million budget. So Warner Brothers, like, whatever. And it was also released on HBO Max, so it had a little bit working against it, but the fact that they're like, all right, here's more money, do the movie, keep it rolling, pretty good sign. And at least early estimates are saying it's $40 million opening weekend. Granted, this might be the worst possible weekend to release a movie about a gory death tournament. It's Mother's Day weekend. Hey, Mom, you want to see Mortal Kombat 2? No. How about no? So
yeah, that's when your mom looks at you like a fool. It's like, what?
How many times did I drop you on your head? So I feel like over the course of the week, it'll probably do well, but this weekend, it making 40 million seems like a stretch. Unless there are a lot of mothers who actually do, or like far away from their children.
No, I think that is how the Devil Wears Prada 2. The audience for that was 76% female. I'm thinking Mortal Kombat is going to get a crap ton of money from a mostly male audience if they're doing a preview on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, and Sunday, something else. I mean, Michael's going to win the weekend, because there'll be a whole lot of people going to see Michael. But I think, and I mean, maybe Devil Wears Prada. And I don't think that's going to win the weekend.
It won last weekend, but it'll be curious to see what his second weekend drop. Yeah. I feel like this is a really good weekend for that to continue to do well, because it's skewed largely with a woman, with a female audience. It's just didn't sound right at that time. But yeah, Michael could do well with mothers who want to go see it. Excuse me, ours doesn't. But yeah, I think Mortal Kombat should do well Friday, Saturday, and hopefully they do have previews on Thursday so they can make some more money. If all these video game movies are out at the same time, that would be like the greatest day ever. And I'll call it Tuesday. Shout out.
Because what's Street Fighter?
Man, it's good to be a game right now.
Right? Yeah. So you can technically, there might be a scenario where you could go see Mortal Kombat 2 and then right in there jump into seeing Street Fighter, the movie. I mean, I might be a cool little doubleheader.
No, it's October 16th. Why is it now, if I were working over at Warner Brothers, I go one more weekend to a Jey Uso, run it back, and let's have a double dose of fighting game features. I would do like a 2000 theater limited release, do a combat fighter thing, like the Oppenheimer or Barbieheimer, and just like, hey, y'all want a double dose of your action fighting movies? Here you go. So we'll see. All right.
Why is it coming out in October, though? Really?
Because they are smart. They want people to actually watch their movie and not have to deal with the deaf time period of Mandalorian, Spider-Man, The Odyssey, which dropped this new trailer. I mean, it's like a ton of stuff. This is not where you want to drop a new movie where audience is like, we'll see. Yeah. October's fine. So if it's good, it can run through October for a while. All right, let's go. Who are your nominations for Dummies of the Week?
Since we gotta wrap it up, my dummy of the week is sadly the Pussycat Dolls. Pussycat Dolls, Interest said they were doing a reunion tour. Run it back, y'all. Y'all haven't seen us on stage since Vegas, and it's been a great time. And enough time has passed, and we've got 3 members coming back.
It's like a Danny Kane reunion.
Like, you mean 6 members? No, we got 3 whole members. Y'all had 6 at least. We got 3 whole members.
They loosened their buttons and they were gone.
And unfortunately, because ticket sales weren't the best, they've decided to cancel their North American tour. And probably had something to do with you're saying you're having a reunion tour and you don't have at least even a majority of the members. You don't even have a quorum of your membership come back. So people probably like, again, Nicole, a really good job on Broadway. You were killing it. But if I want to hear buttons, I kind of need the other girl to actually hit the notes on buttons. If she's not coming back, we'll catch you next time.
Well, Post Malone had to cut his concert to some degree too. The ticket prices all around are too high when gas is it's knocking on the door $5 a gallon. So I'm not driving up to the stadium to watch these millionaires. Yeah. It's
just you're not getting people out with you. I mean, at this point, you go to the small arena and people, hey, we'll go see the Raekwon and go Mob Deep, but you're charging. Hey, I'm gonna need $200. It's not gonna be for me, buddy. Sorry. Good luck though.
Good luck with that. Yeah. So I mean, everybody's charging too much, and it's like the haves are like, you've surely got this money, right? And people are like, are you crazy? I mean, are you not paying attention to the world? I mean, gosh, we're crying for help, financial relief, and you guys are out parading in fancy jewelry and pomp outfits at the Met Gala. It's like you have no idea what's going on with the rest of the world. Oh, right. Yeah, so they're one. Because that pomp and circumstance just felt the tone deafest of tone deaf right now. Like, y'all need to just be like, you know what? I'm coming in my bummy outfits. Here I am in my t-shirt and jeans. I'm just like y'all. No, don't come out here wearing the cape and the shooting fireworks. Don't do that. This time, it's not a good look.
At this point, we're looking for Bane. I give it to the people.
Right. If somebody came in Bane, that would have been awesome.
Yeah.
All right. My real one, my other dummy of the week it's gotta be, and a shout out to the New Day TKO. Gosh, these guys, oh man, I hope they fall into the pit of their money head first. They are so ridiculous. They were like, yo, New Day, we know we just signed y'all to a new contract, but we need y'all to renegotiate, and we need to cut that about 50% players. Y'all good with that? And they were like, nope. And for so many reasons, and I was listening to Stevie Richards' podcast last night. He's like, you know, it's ridiculous because they'll go, creative doesn't have anything for you, and fire the writers. Like, get new writers if they can't do anything with New Day, who turn heel on Big E because he can't wrestle anymore, and you have nothing else to do with them. That's ridiculous. And I watch and I tell Jace this all of the time. If they want to figure out how to book somebody, all they need to do is watch their playbook for how they relentlessly try to get Triple H over. Hey, let's stick with Mr. Hughes. That didn't work. Let's stick with China. It's kind of working, but not enough. Let's pair him up with Shawn Michaels. That's helping a lot. Let's pair him up with these popular New Age Outlaws and Xbox. Okay, he's kind of over. Let's put him up against the actual rising phenom, The Rock, in his faction. Hey, that worked. And let's listen to him when he says, hey, you've got Stone Cold, you got The Rock. They need somebody to lose to. I can be that guy. It's my time. And then when he messes up his ACL, Kurt Angle and Chris Jericho are like, actually, we don't need you at all. And he's like, but I've got Stephanie and we got a puppy. And let's make Jericho clean her up. Yeah, no thanks, guys. So all they have to do is do that. Just never make them lose. That's how you get somebody over the Triple H way. But having New Day, who are lifers, say we're good. That's ridiculous. And then going to other talent and going, hey, we need y'all to cut your talent. And those talent are going, okay, I guess we'll take it. Like, y'all need to just leave. Go to AEW. That's why I'm so happy AEW exists, because there needs to be an alternative if this is a foolishness that WWE and TKO are doing. And don't forget, next year's WrestleMania is in Saudi Arabia. So save your thousands of dollars. You're going to need it. Don't forget your sunscreen, and make sure you're not on the list, not Jericho's list. Anyway.
Yeah, and also, hey, we have a very diverse fan base that goes to these events. There's a lot of stuff you can't do here. So we gotta, I mean, the WrestleMania after the Raw after WrestleMania, this isn't gonna work. I mean, the amount of greed, especially the rising prices of WrestleMania. Hey, we need you to fly international. Come on, y'all have gone crazy, and then you're patting yourself on the back. We made all this money. Hey, talent, the guys who actually help us get this money, we're gonna need some of that back so we can tout ourselves next year, even if we don't have any more shows.
They gave themselves a $90 million bonus while they were cutting these people. Like, you know what? You need more money. You do too. You do too. Hey, Janice, tell everybody we got to cut some of these wrestlers.
Yeah, I mean, again, and at the very least, hide some of this stuff. But
don't let it get out.
I mean, again, I understand you can technically release your quarterly results a month after WrestleMania. You don't have to announce that. You say, hey, we do it in July.
Yeah. That's just we had a really rough WrestleMania. I don't know what happened. I think they bought it.
Yeah. And then, we've rebounded. We found $100 million just sitting around. Who knew?
Who indeed?
I mean, the fact that Jericho, there was talk of Jericho coming back, and Jericho basically cuts the promo like, I'm not leaving. I get to do what I want here. I'm not going back in that system.
I can promote my lousy band.
And man, they made Jericho. I mean, Fozzy. Judas. They made Judas. I still listen to that in the workout. So
there you go.
They're cool.
All right. Well, speaking of cool, thank you, brother, for hanging out tonight. Let's give a shout out to everybody hanging out with us in the chat. David Thanos, Michael Solis, Blake Tarpley, Russia Robo. See, this was fun. You can come out and hang out with us on Movie Files. Snake Eyes, Mark A, Jamlin Parks, Ryan Daly, King Collector, Henry G, Justin, Pack Rat. Did I always say Snake Eyes? But I think I did.
I don't think so.
Mark A, Rick Cage. And now I think I have Blake Tarpley. If I didn't, I think now I have caught up to everybody who was hanging out with us in the chat.
In the chat, yeah.
Yes. Great. I love hearing that. Thank you. No hearing enough. All right. Well, gang, thank you as always for hanging out with us. Appreciate you. I'll be back on tomorrow for Figure Files. What we'll talk about, who knows? We'll figure it out. But thank you as always for tuning in. For Jace and Jeffrey Lyles, this episode of Lyles Movie Files has been